Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's make a rain spiral. It's kind of lightly raining outside, not too heavy, the wind's not really blowing a whole lot, so this is the perfect day to make a spiral out in the rain. To spiral the shirt, I'm starting with the shirt turned inside out, and I'm using a microwave cover to go ahead and start my spiral. Using the splatter guard helps to keep some of my folds flatter, or at least more even. I'm going to start the spiral down in the lower portion of the shirt, so I've made a mark where I want to start the spiral, and I'm attaching some locking tweezers to that area, placing the microwave splatter guard over the top, and beginning to spiral. As I'm turning my locking tweezers with one hand, I'm adding additional folds in the shirt with my other hand. Once I have the shirt spiraled, I'm going to hold all the folds in place with some rubber bands. I'm going to use a washable marker and divide the shirt into 4 sections. I want to take each one of the lines through the middle of the spiral. That way all the colors are going to originate from the center of the spiral. Now I'm going to place this spiral on top of a rack that I have. I not only want to rain dye it, but I want to incline dye it. So this rack has legs that can fold up, and when I actually go and put the shirt outside, I'm going to fold one end of this rack, the legs up, so that it will incline the shirt. I'll show you later. Then I'm going to place this rack down inside of a tub or a container. The shirt is still damp, but I want to go ahead and spray it lightly with a little bit of soda ash solution just to make it a little extra damp so that the dye sticks better to the top. I don't want the dye blowing around when I move it outside. I've tried to choose colors for this shirt that split really well, and I just got in some new Happy Cat tie-dye colors, so I'm going to use a couple of those on this shirt. Right on the lines, I'm going to use Stormageddon from Dharma, and that was a special color. It's a special order color that you can get from Dharma. You have to buy them in large quantities, but if you're interested in this color, you can usually purchase some off of a group on Facebook called Tie-Dye Supplies Marketplace. There are several people who buy them in large quantities and then repackage them down into smaller quantities and sell them that way. By the way, I went a little bit light right in the very middle of the spiral. I don't want that whole area to just be really dark. So I did put dye there, but I didn't put it real heavy. Then in the other sections, I'm going to use Almandine and Mystic Blue from Happy Cat Tie-Dye. I'm making 2 of the sections which are across from each other, Almandine, and the other 2 Mystic Blue. So I just recently ordered this new set of Happy Cat tie-dyes, and if you haven't ever tried any of Amanda's colors, they are absolutely gorgeous. I started out with Strawberry Skies, and that color is such a cool color, I thought I had to come back and try some other ones. I have a link down below in the description for this video to her website where you can order from her. Once I had the dye on this spiral, I went ahead and added some more additional soda ash over the top of the dye. I added quite a bit because I suspect this is going to get quite a bit of rain on it. Then I took everything outside and I went ahead and collapsed one end of this rack and placed it down inside of the container and left the other end over the edge. This container isn't large enough for the entire rack. I left this shirt outside in the rain for about 18 hours, and it got quite a bit of rain on it. The rain was a fairly gentle rain. I mean, there were a few bursts of heavier rain, but for the most part, the rain was nice and gentle. I measured the muck down in the bottom of this container, and there was about 1.5 inches of rain that went through the shirt. It was too cold for the shirt to process properly outside, so I brought it inside and I put it down inside of another container that has a rack down in the bottom. I left the shirt in the container and allowed it to process for about 24 more hours. To rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink and I began rinsing in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. And then I untied it, warmed the water up to hot, and continued rinsing in hot water to try to rinse out the excess dye. I went ahead and did my normal soak where I ran some really hot water in the sink, added a little bit of Blue Dawn dish detergent to the water, and allowed the shirt to soak. I changed out the water when it cooled off and continued that soaking process until the water was almost clear. Then I put the shirt along with some Dharma's Professional Textile Detergent into my washing machine and washed it using a hot water cycle. Okay, so now that the shirt is washed, dried, and ironed, this is what it looks like. So how cool is this? When I actually rinsed it out and pulled it out of the washing machine, I was just surprised. I mean, I think it looks gorgeous. I love these colors. So the almondine is the kind of reddish purple color, and the Mystic Blue is the one that is kind of the blue with the green and the turquoisey color. And then the Stormageddon is the part that is on the lines. And the color splits in this are just beautiful. I mean, they're just really pretty. I love the way the colors flowed too because I had it at an incline. Honestly, I was a little bit concerned because there was so much rain that went through this shirt. I initially was very concerned that maybe it had rinsed out too much of the soda ash and I was going to end up with a fairly pale shirt. But it's just gorgeous. See what I mean about these colors? They are so pretty. The Stormageddon, I don't know whether any of those color splits are coming off of that or if most of what I'm seeing is from the Almondine and Mystic Blue. The one area that I think may be the Stormageddon is that very first spiral that comes out, which kind of has the darker blue and green to it. I think that's probably some of the influence of the Stormageddon. That outer blue line, I think, is mainly Mystic Blue. This is one of my first batches of shirts using these new colors, and I'm amazed. I love them. I got about 12 new colors this time, but I'm definitely going to have to order a few more. I just really like colors that split this well. If you have some suggestions of what some of the Happy Cat dye colors that I need to try are, please drop me some comments down below, because I'd love to have your suggestions. And if you've enjoyed this video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it, and if you haven't, if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.